In this video, we are going to find if the given number is a Harshad number or not. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I'm posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I'll be happy. I have created a playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100, and I'll be tagging this video to this playlist. Now let's see a sample input data and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a number sequence num equal to 18 and we are asked to find if this number sequence is a Harshad number or not. An integer divisible by the sum of its digit, it's said to be the Harshad number. It's nothing big. So if they say 18, so 1 plus 8 equal to 9. So if you divide 18 by 9, it's divisible and the answer is 2. So it's a Harshad number. So the integer which is divisible by the sum of its digit. So it's a 18 is a Harshad number. But if you take a sample of 23, num equal to 23. So 2 plus 3, 5. So if you divide 23 by 5, it's going to be 4 point something. So we have a integer which is not divisible by the sum of its digits. So it's not a Harshad number. The Wikipedia says the name Harshad is from the Sanskrit language and Harsh means joy and the means giving. So Harshad means joy giving. It's also called Niven number and it's related to Ivan M. Niven, who delivered a paper at the conference on number theory in 1977. So you can call Harshad number or Niven number. So in the previous video, we talked about how to break a number sequence and get the max digit out of it. For example, you have a number sequence, number equal to 42537. So we are asked to find the maximum digit from the number. So what we did, we just convert that to a string and then we do a list part of it and then we took the maximum from that list. So we got 7 and we did integer also, right? We just convert that to integer instead of string. So they had a couple of other options. So we used a mod function and we did the digit from right to left and then we figured out which one is the largest number in the number sequence. So we are going to use the same logic here but with some improvisation in the code. So let's see what are all the improvisations we are going to do from the previous code. Okay, so now we have the num equal to 42537. So what we did before, we just did the string of the number and then we convert that to a list and then we did an integer of I for I in the list. So you got the number broke down into integers and then we took a max out of it. So we found the maximum. So here, do we really need a list? No need, right? So we get the same answer even if we don't do a list. For example, you have num equal to a string. So when you say list of num is going to be a list. Rather than this, you can simply say for I in num print I. So you can read the string one by one from the simple loop. So instead of doing a list and the string, we can directly use the string. So that is the first improvisation from the previous code. The second one is we did the mod function, right? So we did num equal to this. We say while the num is greater than 0, we just did a check equal to 0. So num is greater than 0, we say check equal to, or we can say plus equal to num mod 10. So we add every digit. So the previous example, we did some other condition, but this is a basic thing. And then we say num equal to num integer division 10. And then if you see the check, you can just do this way, check equal to the list we can actually go with the code we had. So check dot append the num mod 10, and then we did reduce one digit to the num, and then it's going to be the list, and then we took the max out of it. That's what we did before. So this set, right? So we did num equal to num plus 1. So that is a small improvisation here. We don't have to do this much. We say num slash slash equal to 10 will also give the same answer. So this will be like num integer division equal to 10 can be rewritten like this. So this is similar to num equal to num integer division 10. Same way how we did check equal to check plus 1, right? So if we say check equal to check plus 1, instead of that we did check plus equal to 1, right? So the same process we can do in the integer also. So how I found this improvisation, I usually post my code in the platform, the white. So in that, I got one of the comments saying that for this process, you can use num slash slash equal to 10. So I can give a shout out to the white platform and Prakar who gave this code. Okay, now we are going to take up this two improvisation and we are going to implement that in our code. So for our Harshad number, what are things we have to do? First, we have to get the sum of all the digits, and then we have to see if this number is divisible by that sum of the digits. So that's what we are going to do. So let's start with our basic function div grow with data. So we go with the num. So first what we are going to do, we are going to have a variable as 0, and then we are looping in for I in the string of the number array, the check equal to check plus integer of the I. So or else you can say check plus equal to the integer of I. So we read every digit and we are adding that to check. And now you check if the input number and did the mod of the sum of the digits equal to 0. That means if there is no remainder, then return check. If not, you return -1. So if you call this function, it's going to return the sum of digits because 9 divided 18 is divisible by 9 without any remainder. So this works. But if you have num equal to 23, then it will return -1 because 23 divided by 5 is not a proper digit. It's going to be a fraction. So what we did, we took the number, we convert that to a string and read every element or every digit from that input number sequence and add that to the variable check. And then we check if we divide the input number sequence by the sum of digits. If the remainder is 0 without any remainder, then you return the sum of digits. If not, you return -1. If you want to check more test cases, you can try the assert function and it should work. Okay, now can we do this in a list comprehension way? We can take this function and do our favorite list comprehension part. So here for I, so we are going to convert that to int of I for I in the string, and then we take the sum into the check variable, and then we say if the number is divisible by the sum of digit, then you return it. So instead of going for and if loop, we can go with list comprehension, and the if loop stands out here. So if I want to reduce this condition, instead of doing all this, I can say return check if num mod equal to 0, else minus 1. So this will be check. So check if the number divisible by the sum of digits is 0, else 1, right? So we can use this mod function, or we can use one more thing. We use that integer division, right? So if you say 10 integer division 3, you get only the whole number. So I can convert this to the same logic. So if I say the number divided by check, it's equal to the number by check. If both are same, then you do it, else minus 1. Even that works. So instead of mod function, I can use the numerical division, say numerical division also, integer division, right? So first, what we did a normal for loop and add all the digits to the check variable, and then divide the input number sequence by the sum of integers, sum of digits, and then see if it's going to be the mod is going to be 0. If 0, you did return the sum of digits. If not, return minus 1. And then we convert this for and if into a list comprehension into a single line of code, which looks much better. And instead of the mod function, we can simply say if the integer division is equal to the normal division, then it's going to be the proper Harshad number. If not, it's minus 1. Okay. And the last option, how we did without converting to a string. We do the mod function, right? We can do the same approach here. So we can have the function, and then we can check equal to 0, and we can just have assignment here. So you are going to manipulate this number. So you can just keep x equal to the number, and then while the number is greater than 0, then you say the check plus equal to the num mod 10. So you get the last digit. And then as we talked about, do the integer division by 10. So you remove the number format. Now you can use the same return part of it. You return the sum of digits if the num is going to become 0, right? Because we are going to reduce the digit. So we simply say x, because the x is going to be the actual input number sequence equal to this. So we can check with multiple test cases and it pass. So if you want to see what is happening with the check and the number, you can just do print check and the num. So the num is going to be reducing one by one. So num is okay 1 and 8. So if you get 1, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you can see the number is going to be reduced. And so the answer is not going to be 9 because it's going to be a different thing, right? So I just want to show you how the number is going to be reduced by one digit every time it passes the while loop. Okay, so we got couple of options here. The one is the normal for loop. We took the number sequence and then add every digit to the check, and then we did the normal mod function to see whether it's the number sequence is divisible by the sum of numbers. And then we just did the for loop and the if condition as a list comprehension, just one line of code, and we got the answer. So instead of using the mod function, we can also use the integer division and check with the normal division to make sure both are same. Then we return the sum of digit, if not -1. The last way is without converting to a string, we can just did the mod function and get the digit from right to left. And then we just check if the sum of digit can be a good divisor for the input number sequence. So everything is going to be the same check. Only thing is how you process the numbers from the initial phase of it. So if you want to see all this code, then you can go to the YouTube channel Grow with Data. This video is going to be in the playlist Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you want to see the Tamil version of it, you have Tamil Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go to the playlist, in the description part, you have the GitHub link. So the GitHub link will take you to the page where you have all the code. So this one is the Harshad or Niven number. So you have the functions we talked about. So first one is the for loop, and then the list comprehension part, and then you can use the normal while loop. So you can just try all the options and see which one you like. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.